Welcome to Crunchy Culture, where I, Tina Sorenson, dig into the latest wellness buzz from the news, share my unfiltered thoughts and opinions because wellness doesn't have to be complicated. Join me every Tuesday for a dose of snarky humor, the latest in wellness trends, my current obsessions, and of course, a recipe or wellness tip to inspire your journey. Warning. Side effects may include uncontrollable laughter, unexpected bursts of inspiration, and the urge to raid your pantry for healthier snacks. If you are loving the podcast or even just mildly entertained, why not drop a quick rating and review on your favorite platform? It would mean the world to me and also help more wellness lovers find us, which is basically like spreading good vibes, but with less granola and more real talk. Your 5 stars equals my virtual high five. Let's make it happen, people. Your feedback helps others find their way to the hive and join this wellness journey. Thanks in advance for making me feel like a podcast rock star. This episode is brought to you by me, the Wellness Blondie. If you're passionate about natural remedies, holistic wellness, and delicious whole food recipes, head on over to wellnessblondie.com for inspiring content to nurture your mind, body, and soul. Because who better to sponsor me than me? All right, folks, buckle up because it's time to talk about my latest obsession, surviving winter. Seriously, it's like I'm on some sort of endurance reality show at this point, except the only competition is keeping my sanity intact during these long, dark months. That said, today's topic is all about SAD. And I'm talking seasonal affective disorder, not the other SAD that makes you sad, even though this one does. When you see some influencer peddling a product for their brand new wellness routine, let's get real for a minute because I'm so over all the fake crap getting thrown around, from screenshots that hide the entire story and just create more fear to self-diagnoses, slapped on social media with zero medical credibility. Seriously, what's next? Dr. Google, the sequel. And don't even get me started on those perfectly curated videos. Spoiler alert, they're lies, straight up lies. It's all designed to trick you into thinking their home is a never-ending Pinterest board. But trust me, it looks nothing like that when they're not filming it with their one ring light they paid with from your engagement. Here's the thing. I'm all for solutions, real, authentic, and sustainable solutions. Not more crap you don't need to buy, not more checklists that you're not going to follow, and definitely not more sponsored posts trying to sell you the next game-changing product. That's supposed to fix your life, but somehow doesn't. And that picture-perfect video of a home that looks straight out of the set of a magazine, except when the camera's off, it's more like a war zone of laundry and dog toys. There's a huge chunk of value being lost in the mist of this influencer-driven, fakery-filled whirlwind. If you're following that nonsense, you're getting duped, even with the pretense. Let's be real together. Yes. My obsessions are borderline obsessive. And no, I won't apologize for it. What are your thoughts on the latest TikTok ban and influencers spilling their fake tea? I'd love to hear about your thoughts. Tag me on socials so I can check out your responses. Pro tip, tagging me also helps distract me from my Amazon cart, so you're really doing both of us a favor. Seriously, I need to stop buying things. Off to the news. As a proud Wisconsinite who knows firsthand how tough those endless winters can be, trust me, I've been there, done that, and almost considered sled dogs for my commute. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits home for a lot of us, seasonal affective disorder, or as I call it, SAD, which is basically your mood saying, nope, I'm done. The second the days get shorter. But here's the thing. We're not powerless against it. As someone who has suffered from SAD for most of my life, I know how tough it can be. So let me share the techniques I've used to help manage it. Keeping in mind, these are not medical advice, just personal strategies that have worked for me. Let's chat about what SAD actually is, and more importantly, how to kick those winter blues to the curb. All right, let's break it down. SAD is a type of depression that shows up in the fall and winter when daylight hours vanish, like the last piece of chocolate in my pantry. Symptoms might include feeling drained of energy, sleeping like a hibernating bear, or craving all the carbs, like it's some sort of pasta apocalypse. Difficulty concentrating. I call this winter brain. Feeling hopeless or just plain meh. Sounds familiar? You're not alone. But don't worry, I've got you covered with some straightforward and, yes, occasionally quirky strategies to help. First up is red light therapy, aka faux-sun, for those of us buried under Wisconsin snowbanks. Light therapy mimics natural sunlight, helping to reset your body clock and boost your mood. But red light therapy takes it up a notch. It's like giving your cells a pep talk. The benefits include improved energy levels, productivity reduced depressive symptoms, goodbye gloom, better sleep thanks to balanced melatonin. Picture this. You sit in front of a glowing red panel for 20 minutes each morning, soaking in all that cellular goodness. Bonus points if you pair it with your favorite tea. You have instant morning magic. Tanning booths, the controversial glow up. Okay, hear me out. Tanning booths, yes, I know they've gotten a bad rap. And no, I'm not saying you should roast yourself like a marshmallow, but a controlled dose of UV light can actually help boost vitamin D levels and release endorphins, your brain's happy chemicals. Word of caution, moderation is key. Stick to only a few sessions a month and always follow safety guidelines. Because while a glow up is great, crispy skin is not the vibe. Vitamins and supplements. Nutrition meets nature. Let's talk about that. Winter blues love to creep in when your body's low on nutrients, so stock up on these essentials. Vitamin D. If sunlight is the Beyonce of vitamins, then vitamin D is definitely the diva we need in winter. Omega-3 fatty acids, which are found in fish oil. These help keep your brain sharp and your mood stable. Think of them as the bouncers at your mental health club. B vitamins, especially B6 and B12 for energy. It's like a coffee shot, but for your cells. Magnesium helps with relaxation and sleep. Pro tip, pair this with an Epsom salt bath and a good book. Getting outside, nature's free therapy. Let's talk about the great outdoors. Yes, it's freezing. Yes, I'd rather stay cozy inside with Netflix, but trust me, fresh air does do wonders. Here's how you can make the most of it. Morning walks. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes of daylight in the morning, if there even is any daylight. Call it your winter power stroll. You can try winter sports, skiing, ice skating, snowshoeing, or just chasing your kids around while trying not to fall on ice counts too. Mini outdoor breaks. Even 10 minutes during your lunch break can work wonders. Think of it like this. Sunlight plus movement equals mood-boosting magic. Plus, if I can wrangle myself into a parka and snow boots, you can too. A routine to beat the blues. Here's how to bring it all together. In the morning, some red light therapy, 10 to 20 minutes, followed by a quick outdoor walk. Midday, a little UV exposure safely, or some vitamin D supplements. Afternoon, Sip on some fish oil infused tea. Just kidding. Pop an omega-3 capsule and stretch those winter stiff muscles. Evening, magnesium before bed, and maybe some journaling to decompress. Seasonal affective disorder is no joke, but you do not have to let it win. With these strategies, you can take control, brighten up your winter, and keep feeling like the amazing human you are. Oh, and don't forget to sprinkle a little humor into these darker days. For example, when my garden is buried under snow, I just remind myself, well, at least the mint invasion is temporarily contained. Now, before the pitchforks come out about the EMF exposure from red light therapy or tanning booths, just calm your tits. I'm not talking about overdoing it until you resemble an old leather belt. I'm talking about using these devices minimally and responsibly to get you safely through these extremely cold and dreary months. Here's the hard truth. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, seasonal affective disorder can significantly increase the risk of severe depression, and sadly, suicide rates tend to rise during the darker months for those struggling with SAD. If you're feeling overwhelmed or hopeless, please know that help is available. Reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Line at 988 or visit their website for support. You are not alone, and there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, before I wrap it up, let's talk about the doom scroll-worthy drama that recently hit the influencer scene. Apparently, some TikTok creators were in full-on meltdown mode over potentially losing their $30K a month income. Sorry, not sorry, but am I the only one who finds this hard to believe? I'll wait for a response. Okay, listen. If your entire business model revolves around one platform, instead of spreading your seed across several, pun absolutely intended, then I hate to say it, but that's your poor business planning. Yes, there are probably a handful of influencers pulling in some serious cash, but let's keep it real for a second. If the digital world imploded tomorrow, how would you reach your audience? You need to diversify your work and make it sustainable if you're serious about success. And let's be brutally honest. Just because you go viral once doesn't mean you're set for life. Viral fame without a solid plan is like living paycheck to paycheck on a monopoly board. Invest that money. Turn this into a side hustle while you can. Create products that generate wealth, actual wealth. You know, the kind that keeps going long after the algorithms shift. Work smarter, not harder, folks. Oh, and can we talk about the recent TikTok ban that didn't even happen? Talk about a real busted moment. Several influencers spilled the tea on all the lies they'd been serving up, and honestly, the absurdity was next level. Who's really believing someone's using a whole bottle of foundation in one go anyway? Or that they're sticking to these fancy skincare routines, workouts, and self-care tips with zero hiccups? Please. This is why I have such a hard time with social media. It's all fake. Influencers post perfectly curated videos of products they're not even buying themselves, but are sure asking you to grab so they can pocket the cash. Even with the charades, y'all. And hey, since we're talking about going viral, someone please make me famous so I can invest some cash into this project. Totally kidding, but not really. So if you're the same and want to swap tips, tricks, and recipes, or just vibe over our collective sarcasm, hit me up over on Substack. Let's figure this out together and keep it as real as the organic carrots in my garden. Spoiler, it's always something we'll collectively raise an eyebrow at. I can't raise my eyebrows. Yeah, I can. It just looks fucking weird. Let's face it. Staying in the loop on wellness trends is basically a full-time job these days. But hey, someone's got to do it, and you're welcome. for saving you the deep dive into forums that somehow spiral into an essential oils sales pitch. If you've got opinions, stumbled upon anything eye-roll worthy, or you just want a dish about the latest health craze, I am all ears. Drop a comment or shoot me an email. No MLM pitches, though. Please, I beg you. And now, for the creme de la creme of the episode. If you'd like to be featured on the podcast, send me your favorite recipes or wellness tips, and I'll be happy to share them on an upcoming episode. Just make sure this recipe does not involve 17 trips to the grocery store for some obscure ingredient like unicorn pollen. This week, I'm all about making wellness work for you. Newsflash, it doesn't have to be Instagram worthy to actually work. Sometimes it's the little things that can shift your entire vibe, like just making your bed and doing a quick tidy up. No joke. It'll change your whole mood and help center your mind. After that, go ahead and pop on the red light therapy, crack open a book, and lounge on that freshly made bed. You deserve it. I literally did this the other week on a night I just needed to relax and not to cook dinner or clean. Please stop trying to be someone you're not. Be yourself and really enjoy the blessings that are right in front of you. Can you whip up a hearty, delicious meal with whatever is in your fridge? If so, that's wellness. Maybe your self-care today looks like curling up with a blanket and binge watching your favorite show with your dog as your cuddle buddy. Absolutely perfect. Does your version of cheat day mean enjoying some pasta and a glass or two of wine? Guess what? There's nothing wrong with that either. Spoiler alert, sometimes we're just trying to survive and don't have the energy or motivation to give it 100%. Some days all we need is someone else to lift us up, especially when life feels like it's throwing impossible hurdles in front of us. If you want to skip that workout or skip washing your face before bed, go ahead. Just don't get stuck there. That's where the downward spiral starts. So do yourself a favor, turn off the doom scrolling because those videos are hurting your self-care and confidence. Practice some real unapologetic self-care, whatever that looks like for you, and stop shaming yourself for doing so because you're doing great. I hope you give it a try and enjoy the benefits. If you do, let me know how your experience pans out or any fun tweaks you make. Don't forget to tag me on socials so I can see your results. Just don't send me blurry photos because my eyes deserve better than that. And that's a wrap for today's dive into crunchy culture. I hope this episode gave you a spark of inspiration, brought you some fresh insight, or at least a shred of motivation to tackle the day without feeling like a walking hot mess express. Because some days we're all just trying not to spill coffee on ourselves. Have a wild wellness topic, recipe idea, or some bonkers news you think I should cover? Drop a comment below, tag me on socials, or shoot me an email. Let's keep this hive buzzing with your ideas. Until next time.